Good morning. Well, if you know me, you know I'm not big on being up early in the morning. I tend to be a night owl who sleeps in the morning. But this morning I happened to wake up and I got out for the sunrise, and I really need to change that habit because, dang, it's beautiful out of here. It's just magical. I love it. It is an absolutely beautiful day at Lake Powell, and we're getting ready to move. We're going to be heading on up toward, we think, Mexican Hat, but we'll kind of play that by ear and see where we land. So I just wanted to show you the last little bit of what is involved in us moving. Robert has pretty much cleaned up the outside. He did that yesterday, and just the mat left to go, and we just still have to hook up the Jeep. But he's pretty much got it all loaded up and ready to go. Okay, we're all ready to go. Time to test lights. So beyond where the gravel is, I would not suggest sending a big rig out there because it's pretty sandy. Looks like a few people have done it, but I would be worried about it. And when you're coming out of the campground, I would go to the southern end and take this rocky road because there are some pretty sandy areas in here, and we have seen people get stuck. So that worked. We are out of the campground and we had no problems at all taking that southern route. So if you come down here, just keep that in mind. There are some places that feel familiar before you ever see them in person, and Monument Valley is one of those places. The towering sandstone buttes rising out of the desert have appeared in countless Western movies, television shows, and photographs. It's the image many people picture when they think of the American West. But driving through here in person is completely different. The scale is hard to describe. These massive rock formations have been shaped over millions of years by wind, water, and time, creating one of the most recognizable landscapes in the world. What makes this place even more special is that we're visiting land that is part of the Navajo Nation. For the Navajo people, these formations are more than beautiful scenery. They are part of a living culture, rich with history, stories, and traditions that have been passed down through generations. Whether you've seen Monument Valley 100 times in photos, or this is your first glimpse, it's one of those places that makes you stop, look around, and simply appreciate how incredible our world can be. Just outside of Mexican Hat, Utah, you will find a quaint little state park called Goosenecks State Park. When we first pulled into Goosenecks State Park, I'll admit, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. The park itself is pretty simple. There's no visitor center, no long hike, no dramatic entrance, but then you walk over to the edge and suddenly the view stops you in your tracks. Far below us, the San Juan River twists and turns through the canyon in a series of tight bends that look almost impossible from up here. These curves are what give the park its name. They look like giant goosenecks winding their way across the desert floor. What amazed me most is realizing that the river below us spent millions of years carving this landscape. Water doesn't seem very powerful when you're looking at a calm river, but given enough time, it can create something like this. We parked right on the edge. I mean, it was frightening how close we were to the edge. I kept feeling like we're gonna slide over the edge. But the view when we woke up, just looking out over this massive canyon, was amazing. And we absolutely loved the state park. It was just beautiful. While we were at Goosenecks State Park, we were absolutely blown away, not just by the views, but by the wind. We had a couple storms come through and that wind was fierce. There were times it felt like we were going to get blown right over the edge, but we were fine and we managed to make it through the storms. If you want to visit Goosenecks State Park, I highly recommend it. The views are fabulous. The sunsets were beautiful. It's a great place to visit and we'll definitely be back.